That's right. Yep, yep. Cigarette boxes. You know what it is coming up, baby. Yeah, we up in here. Yeah, that's right, Derek Bailey. Salute to Derek Bailey out here early. Yep. Salute to the whole chat, ladies and gents. No kids allowed. Uh, if you bring kids in here, I don't know. They may end up in some kind of trouble. It's a adult chat, but it's not necessarily bad for the children. But every once in a while, we have a little bit of language that's not becoming around children. So we always want to just caution just bringing children around things of that nature. But yeah, I see you out there also, Yasser Hussein. I wonder if Gil wasn't caught any of them fights though. It's a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna cover everything, but once Gil gets in here, I guess he thought he got a win the other day, Derek. He just didn't get it. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me start off as Earl. What does he call me? Earl Jackson Johnson, whatever he says. But anyway, I'll go ahead and go with that. So um, the show's ended, and I'm reading comments. You're right, you guys know I'm still gonna be on for like a minute or two, right? So I'm reading comments, and then so Gil feels like he bodied me. I'm like, are you silly? But I'm just to prove that he didn't body me, even if he's here or not here. Let me prove that he didn't bother me by asking one of my mods a question. I asked Derek Bailey a question. So the word, because he was coming up with the word, I told him I said negrito. So what kind of word is that? What language of word is that? That's definitely not a Filipino word, no matter what dialect you use. Well, what type of word is that? Where does that stem from? Is that Latin or where does it come from? Where does that word come from? So I can just go ahead and kill him. I'm gonna see if Derek or anybody knows where that word stemmed from. Where negrito? Where does that come from? And it's not necessary. It's not always. It's not always bad to use words like that because it just means dark. That's all. That's all it means. And you're exactly right. It comes from Spanish. Now, why would a Spanish word come from the Philippines? Now, do we have to do a whole history lessons? Okay, so did the Spaniards over here? Were Spaniards over in Mexico and South America? Were Spaniards over there? So they bring over the ideology, and they bring over their words. And what do they bring with them? That's a negative connotation. So it doesn't matter if it's way over there in the Philippines. It's still negative, and it don't mean nothing. And people are going to get what I'm saying one of these days. Maybe when you're taking your last couple of breaths on Earth, you'll figure it out. Oh, Eagle knew what he's talking about. That you have to have some kind of national origin. You have to have a nation, man. You got to have a nation. You got to have embassies. You got to have all kinds of stuff. You got to have diplomats. You have to have presidents. You got to have everything. You know what I mean? You have to have everything. You have to become a nation. I know it's hard because they try to call people unnations, but I'm gonna tell you something. Mexico or Mexican is not really. It's a nation, but that's not really a people. Because even the word Mex, that's what it means. It means mixed. How can you have a mixed nation? But the thing about it is they have a flag and everything else, and they're proud of it. They're proud because they took over a language that's not theirs. That's not their language. They took over a language and everything else. But even them, they realize, hey, we're Indian, we're a lot of other things, but we're not necessarily just Mexican. A lot of the smarter ones know that they're not Mexicans. Because if you ask them, say, no, I'm Mexican, but yeah, but see, they try to claim two nationalities. Well, why not? If for you, why don't you claim two nationalities at least? Why don't you say, well, they call me black, but I'm not. I know that's just a color. We call each other black, but that's just a color, you see? And I'm not going to try to, go all the way. I'm not going to try to go there all the time. They were conquered by the Spaniards. That's it. Spaniards, all these countries, people don't understand why certain nations in Africa speak French. Why certain nations in the islands speak French or Portuguese or something. Why? It's like they just can't see it. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that, but I play chess. It's hard. I mean, if I get bodied, I'm probably not going to ever get bodied, but if you think you got a couple of points on me, you might get a couple of points, but you're going to lose. You're going to lose, because when you celebrate victory, you actually celebrated defeat. You didn't even know it. You celebrated defeat. You didn't celebrate victory. Not on me, not on that kind of a subject. But I'm just hoping that the people will finally just wake up and just grow to become a powerful nation that they are, because you are actually a powerful nation. You just have to accept, because there's no nationality as black all over the world. So if you're going to call certain Filipinos black, you're going to call certain Chinese black, you're going to call certain African blacks, you're going to call certain, everywhere you got this title of just black. That black cannot be a nation. We all got to be related, but we got to be, hey, no, I'm from such and such. You got to remember, you got to get and the information's out there, so you can dig up and find out your tribe. So find out your nation. So just start calling yourself by nation, and people, they'll stop this bullshit. We're tired of our nation being destroyed. Sounds better. So you know what I mean? When you're saying you're tired of a nation, or your nation within a nation, you're tired of your nation being destroyed and killed and stuff like that. Sounds better than black, because black is something that you don't have to look at like, oh, this is black. This is color, Well, Liberia didn't last. It was I think that's like 1830 or something. But Liberia didn't last. But now it's actually a front right now. They still use Liberia. It's a front. I gave that information to Derek Betty. But you know what? If you look, say for instance, you look at Liberia, whatever, you got to dig into Liberia. Liberia is, I don't even want to really get into it, but just dig into it and you'll find out. Well, just even look at the people that they said that was over there. I'm like, come on, get out of here. Get out of here, because you was calling Africa black and all that, and then you look at the people, they're not even. Just look at them; they're the same color as most of the brown skinned Americans just over here. So what? That's not telling you anything. Like I said, I can't open it all up. But when I gave that link out, you had to look at that link, and when you look at the link, you read certain stuff. But the reason I give it to you for reading is not because you read into it what it says. You have to read past what it says. You got to understand that even that's a lie. You understand? As far as the people are concerned, those are just statements, and those are just opinions. But what they do is they open up a case for you to say, wait a minute, these people are not looking like they should look. You know what I mean? They don't have the look like they should, like you would expect from a country that's over there. Yeah. That's almost like, if you remember, everybody used to always talk about the Swiss. And everybody used to always talk about make sure, put your money in a Swiss bank account, because it would be safe there. But how safe is it there now? So just look at that country as being the same, just an extension, but even like safer. They just had, I just seen a special on that too. They was just doing a special about that country. Said, yeah, they're finding that there's a lot of shipping companies that have their so-called main offices there that ship up out of there, and there's reasons they do that. And I'm not gonna get on the political stage and nothing like that today and talk about that, but just figure that out. If a lot of countries, just think about countries, a lot of countries have these huge vessels, and what do those vessels carry on them? And why are they coming out of, why are they flying that stamp? Why are they flying that flag? Think about it. Why would you fly the flag? If you come from a big country, why would you fly a small country's flag like that? Why would you? What's the advantages? Or you must think there must be some kind of advantages. They're not just doing it just to be doing it. And so that's what I tried. I want people to wake up and just understand stuff like that. You know. Yeah, because you got to understand. You know, you have to come to your own understanding. I can give you, like I said, and this is what I've always, when I come here and tell you guys stuff like that, I always tell you guys that look with it. I can always give you, the information as far as like when I give you the information, I can give you like a book or something. I can give you somewhere to go. Derek, I sent you an email. I don't know if you got it or not. Let me know. Put up a one if you got my email. If you checked it out, I don't know if that link was still up, but the importance of people with Yasser Hussein and you and me, people of our color should have never been messing with any kind of vaccinations in the first place. Not just this new one, but we should have never been messing with vaccinations, man. And I slipped out the information. Yeah. That's one of the points too. I see, because y'all said Swiss accounts were good because they used to be untraceable. That's a lot of money laundering. He said, not no more, but they were pretty much tax havens. He said, hence a lot of rich people and companies are setting up shop in these places like that. There you go. Yeah. Did you get something out of that, Derek? He said, yeah, I watched it. Yeah, but y'all, sir, yeah, that was. It just, what happened is, I think they got too boisterous about it, y'all, sir. If you notice, everybody knew it. You understand? Everybody knew about the Swiss, you know what I mean? Everybody knew it. People that didn't know knew. People without money knew about it. So it's just like, that you guys are doing too much because you're more or less telling on yourself and you're letting people know about it that shouldn't even know. You're letting people know about it. They shouldn't even know, but you're letting people know about it. It's like, why are you letting people like us? Why are you letting us know about it? We shouldn't even know about it. We shouldn't even know about it. But I'm like, are you kidding me? Why are we knowing about it? We shouldn't be knowing about it. You feel? Yeah. But okay, let me ask a simple question there. So if you take a couple of countries, and I'm not going to name any specific countries because I already named a couple, and we've been talking about. So so here we go. So a couple of countries. So a couple of countries out there. So if there's a couple of countries where you can get your you sneak your bank accounts in there and hide your money there and all that, launder money or hide money or whatever. So if there's one or two countries that you can do that with, does anybody believe that there's any other countries you can do that with that you might not know about? Because usually when they leak something, that's for a reason. And that's why I'm starting to learn about even things that they talk about over here. The reason they talk about stuff over here is the reason they talk about it, because there's something that's undercovered. If you guys believe that, if you guys believe there's more to it than that, and there's more institutions that, and I'm not even going to, like, this would be a conspiracy theory, I would suppose, that there may even be like an organization that's connected, that's not considered a bank, that's with banks, that hold more money than anybody else. Think about it. Because I'm letting you know that this is happening. So what else could be happening? Yeah, the keys are the Caymans here. But you know what? I actually want to move to Cayman. Because they're not really that big. It's real nice there. I was thinking, I said, you know what? I should move to Cayman. If I move to Cayman, I'm quite sure I can still do everything that I'm doing. I'm quite sure I could probably still do my show and all that. But I was thinking, I said, if I move to Cayman, because I want to go there. If I go there, I want to go there with like bare essentials, like nothing, more or less, not much of anything. But just do my craft there. I could probably do my craft there. I don't know, what kind of work I could pull off there, but just to, I don't know. It just seemed like, for some reason, I seen it and I said, maybe I should go there. I don't know if I get used to all the walking and riding on little trikes. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, because I wouldn't ship no vehicles over there. I don't think I would ship a car over there. Who knows? I had to look. I would have to look into it. But the reason I'm telling you that is I'm not telling you that because I would want to go to Cayman and just to I wouldn't be hiding from something. I would just be getting away from all the stuff that's over here. So that's what I was saying. Yeah. But no, so nobody, you guys don't believe that there's somewhere. I know that you put up Cayman, but do you believe that there's other places that those things can be done? For as like, let me throw my money up over here or whatever. Because when I was growing up, you had older folks that didn't really trust. They don't trust banks, and so all they did was have. They more or less, if they did have a bank account, it didn't have much in it. They had enough to keep it open and whatever else, not too much. But older folks, what they would do is they have certain spots that they put money. That they hide money. You feel me? And one of the things, if you look at some of the old television shows, I would say like maybe 60s. I would say 60, maybe 50s, 60s, maybe even before that. And what would happen is they had like a little, it's like a lunchbox or like a little steel box. And what you do, you fill that up with your money. And then, and every once in a while you go dig it up. You put it in the backyard and it has grass growing over it and everything. But you just have to remember the spot that it's in. And so you would just, add more money. Once you got like a load of money to keep, you would just, load that sucker up and put it in the ground somewhere, And you do that like at night, you have your flashlight or whatever. You do that at night. You don't do that in the daytime. Not with no nosy ass neighbors out there. You don't do that because as soon as you go to work or something, they're going to dig that shit up and then all your little money is gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Derek Bay said, of course, yeah. Yasser Hussein said the best UFC card come on this weekend. You would enjoy it, Eagle. I know, but the only thing about it is hard for me to catch those because it's even hard for me to catch fights. And we're going to talk about it because we got a lot to really, cover. We do actually have a lot to cover. We'll cover it fast, though. But we do have a lot to kind of cover for Monday. I don't know. Because the week we didn't really accomplish a lot this week. Last week we didn't accomplish a whole lot in Eagles Web. Because we got on these different topics and stuff like that. But yeah, the Berlanga. The Berlanga. I don't know. So this is what we'll talk about. So this is what I wanted to talk about. So which puncher so far has shown that he is indeed the knockout artist to be reckoned with? And I'm gonna give you my take on it, but that's the question first. So the question is, which KO artist so far is showing his true grit? Like, yeah, I am that knockout artist. And I'm not saying that they knocked out everybody, but I am the one. I'm the knockout artist. I am that knockout artist. And I know nobody's like Michael Moore when he first got in, and nobody's like the Hawk, Julian Jackson. But who can we trust? And Berlanga, second part of the question, Berlanga, we're going to talk about him. Impressive, 4 knockdowns, but the opposition, is he going to do that to people like, is he ready for somebody like Charlo? And then, yeah, Diaz, we're going to talk about the Diaz versus Never Ready, yeah. Yeah, that was a beatdown, but you know what? If you listen to what Never Ready said after the fight, Derek Bailey, because I'm going to drop all the way down to what Derek Bailey's saying right now, because Derek Bailey said Diaz versus Never Ready was really good also. He said that was the definition of a beatdown. Okay, that was a beatdown, but if you listen to the interview, what Never Ready was saying, that Diaz ain't no joke. He said, damn, I was doing everything I could do to beat him up. He said, but he's strong as hell. He said he was getting stronger and stronger. he said he's probably the strongest fighter that he fought, you know, because he was just like, you know, I'm just, that's me. Yeah. Well, he said it's coming up this weekend. Did I cover those? Because I usually don't cover the UFC. I'll probably look at it. You know, I'll be working, but maybe I'll get it. You know, I'll find out how I can get to it somehow. I need to run into one of these fighters or something. I don't see any of them. I used to see all the fighters, man. I used to see all the good UFC fighters. I used to see all of them. I don't see nobody no more, man. They actually closing all our gyms because you know I live in UFC capital, right? You guys know that, right? I live in that area where UFC is. This is where all the great trainers and stuff are in my area right here, you know. And matter of fact, Daniel Cormier, he lives in this area. He's not from this area, you know. Neither am I, but yeah, he lives in this area. Yeah. A lot of them up over here, but a lot of these gyms are closed. I think I seen like one new one pop up, but it was so big here. They would like maybe 10 years ago, it was huge, man. They had gyms everywhere. Everywhere you turn, UFC gym. Everywhere you turn around, it's opened up a new one all over the place. I'm like, God dang, they got a lot of these things opening up. Yep. Yeah, Derek Ray said Diaz is a real dog. He said he came to fight, definitely. Yep. Let me see. Because Diaz, like I said, they more or less had I guess threw the towel in. Yeah. They said that, they just threw the towel in and stuff because it was a thing where the skill set was just different. You know what I mean? The skill set it was just a different skill set for him. So we'll talk about that too. So where does he go from now though? Where does he go from now? So who does Never Ready fight now then? So we got a lot of questions, but you guys got to answer the first question, then we can go on. And I'm gonna give you my take on it, but answer the first question. The true KO artist today. Who is the one that really is the KO artist? So I don't know, to Berlanga, maybe it's too early to look at him because now you got some knockdowns, but you ran out of time. Like the Denzel Washington movie. Out of time. Well, it had nothing to do with fighting. Well, there was some fights in there, but it didn't have anything to do with really like fighting. Yeah, look at y'all so excited. He said, I can't remember the last time I seen a card that was on fire like that. He's talking to Derek though. He said that was a great card. The best UFC card. Okay, I got that one. Okay, Diaz and Never Read. Yeah, I got that. That was everyone was saying. Okay, no, this is just KO after KO. There we go. Yeah, Diaz is a real dog. I got that one. Oh yeah, look at Derek. Derek, he's messing with y'all, sir. Talking about the Zay woke up and could speak English. Yeah, they should have stopped it, in my opinion, after that ass whooping. I had picked Never Ready by decision. Yeah. Oh, you was gonna pick him by decision anyway, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But where does he go now, though? Yeah, okay. So back to Berlanga. And plus the first question you guys keep evading. So who is that knockout artist? And then Berlanga should he be looking forward to like fighting huge names? And we didn't talk about that little pink dwarf, but he got something coming up too. He got like a couple of months that he's fighting Nakatini. It's like, really? And that's the question though. That's the big question in news is what is next for Edgar Berlanga? What's next for him? Is he ready? That was another question right there, wasn't it? Is he ready? And I don't know if you guys look at this one. If it was upset. The Cash upsets Denzel Bentley. The upset. I guess so. But that's what happened. You get in there. You get your ass in there, and that happens to you. Whew. Yeah, but that is, man. You can see when somebody keeps getting up like that. Yeah, when somebody just keeps, they want it. Like, I want this business, so we're gonna keep getting up. And I'm not happy with the welterweight situation in the top tier, the top three. Arguably the top three. Terrence Crawford. We're not gonna get into. We're gonna do one step at a time. Like I said, we had a lot to cover, and then we just start talking. But Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, and Manny Pacquiao. And the only one that's been active is Earl Spence. The other two, I don't know. It's going to end up. It might end up being some kind of a surprise. You might not think it is, but it might end up being some kind of surprise. 8 Count came in here, and he didn't say salute to nobody, but 8 Count makes sense. He said Tank Davis is the man with the KOs. That's it. And so you guys let him out. You know, he put the whoever that is, 8 Count, salute to 8 Count, came in and said to Tank, and you guys hadn't picked nobody yet. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Is so far Tank is showing his armor, and he's showing his, not just the armor, because you got to have a little bit of a chin. You got to have the armor. But he's showing his weaponry as being, I'm that KO guy. And so I was kind of sleeping for a while because I was like, because I know that Jermell had the opportunity. So Jermell has the opportunity to take over boxing with the belts, but then, you know, he's going to end up going, you know, he's not going to be able to get the belt. People are holding hostage all these new belts. Or the belts. They just, you need one more belt. I'm going to hold that one hostage. But why even fight? If Earls want to fight Manny, Earl, did you forget, did Danny hit you too hard? Because Manny is strapless. Leave Manny, you said man down, you said strap season, so leave Manny's ass alone. So it's either you got to fight whoever got the strap, or you got to fight Bud or something. Just get this done. Yeah, Daybreak said Eagle, she woke up and thought the fight hadn't started. Yeah, that ass, when you get your ass knocked out like that, that's what happened. That was kind of a fold up though. She folded up. Yeah, she definitely folded up. When you don't know where you're at. Yeah, she folded up. Okay, Derek said he could fight Haney, Shakir, Teal if they make those fights. He said never ready, that is, yeah. Well, what about, he was at 122 at one point too, though. No, I don't know if the old man will fight him, though, at 126. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Or do I have to say his name, too? The Cuban. Would somebody answer that question for 8 Count? Because 8 Count don't understand. He doesn't understand what active means. He said, "How is Earl more active than Bud?" You got to come to the show to understand what, you know, the language and stuff like that. We're talking about activity. There's different ways to have activity. There's fights and everything else, and then there's the action in the fights. What kind of opponents you're fighting, right? If you got a cat that's fighting cats and dogs and he's winning, he's more active than a cat that's just only fighting cats. So if you're in the boxing ring, if you fighting dogs, if you fighting a bunch of dogs, and the other guy is just fighting sheep, who's more active? Or do I have to break it down even more than that? Who's more active? If you're supposed to be a dog and you fighting sheep, are you more active than a dog that's fighting dogs? Yes, you switch those dogs up. Oh no, well those dogs was more or less, those was kittens. Nah, get out of here. A dog, he wouldn't be labeled as a dog if he's not a dog. Put it that way. But we can see that though. At Derek Beatty, we can see that. I don't mind it. Get them in there. Get your ass in there. Lace them gloves up. Yeah. And there you go. See that he's trying to tell you, EJ collecting all the belts. But Bud ain't doing that right now, but collecting dust right now. And I'm not happy. Like I said, I'm not happy with most of these fighters, man. Yeah, Berlanga's new, fresh. Ennis is new, fresh, whatever. But do we really want to throw them out there right now? Do we want to throw them in there? Are we 100% sure? I'm not saying we're 100% sure, but guess what? You have pushed us into a corner to where we have to see these fights. We have to see these young fighters just come up. So Berlanga, you got to get your ass up there and fight a dog. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is, man, because if they don't want to do it, you got to get your ass up there. I mean, we know that Rougarou came out, he was the talking the business. Like he wanted some welterweights and he wanted everybody else, but he just wasn't. You're not the KO artist. You're not the most spectacular. You're not the goods like you thought you was. And all this came about, I'm going to tell you now, you guys go ahead and give me, and get mad at Iga if you want to, but Mikey Garcia had a lot to do with it. So damn, how did Mikey get thrown underneath the bus? No, Mikey Garcia had a lot to do with it, with all the moving up and doing this and that, and the mouthing off, and then he got quieted and got turned into a meme, and now he's just a troll, And then you got Canelo, who's not really doing nothing for boxing. He's not doing nothing for us. He's just not doing nothing for boxing, man. Think about it. What is he doing for boxing? He ain't doing shit for boxing. He's just not. He's not doing nothing for boxing. He's just on that money grab shit. Mayweather just got him on that money thing, and that's it. This ain't gonna get the fights we need to get. And you got people just telling him. You got people like Benavidez is saying he said Charlo's just better than Canelo. So said Canelo can't beat him. It's just you got people that understand and know that who he's gonna beat and who he's not gonna beat. He's not a monster. He's not a KO artist. He's a good boxer. He got good skills. He got good skills, but put his ass in the war. So every once in a while you got to go in there and you got to get in the war. But yeah, I see Tank Davis he's the deal right now, and they're making a smart move because he got a fight coming up, and so I think that's a smart move. Get him another fight right after that one. If nobody else is going to be able to get fight, these big names aren't going to get fights. Then put Tank in there because what's happening is Tank is going to be the look. He is going to be the face of boxing, and I don't know if Mayweather brought his ass in here because I remember I had to get on Mayweather about that bullshit about saying that Tank is the face of boxing. Oh, effing right, he's the face of boxing, and then you don't let him get no fights, so he can't break your record. Yeah, stop it, because he need a whole lot of fight. Tank need 3 or 4 fights a year before he gets too old. And that when you're small like that, when you're on the lighter weights, you usually don't last that. You're just like what happened to Chavez and shit like that. Just let him get some fights. Let him get up to 48. Then you're gonna start sweating. Because you remember Mayweather's interview, he always said that he's gonna be better than Mayweather. Yeah, but they messing him up, man. So you kind of like, because Tank is supposed to shine, but the people around him is actually making him, they're dulling him down. Yeah. Oh, okay. Y'all, sir, said he said, I watched the Cash versus Bentley. He said Eddie Hearn prospect versus Frank Warren prospect. Yeah. Yeah, Bentley got that ass whooped. Okay, yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, I was going to say Tank also. Yeah, because that's who's actually holding that arm up right now. Because we was thinking Wilder is the goods when it comes to KO power, but he just didn't hold on to it. He got 3 non-knockouts now. Well, he actually had a knockout, but we're not going to, he did knock out Tyson Fury, but we're not going to, talk about that. Not in here. We're not going to talk about it. I mean, it was just the count, all kinds of stupid shit. And then Tyson Fury just got his ass up. But Tyson Fury can be hurt real bad, and you can't get his ass out there. You just got to be smart against Tyson Fury. He's not that good of an inside fighter. He can throw a lot of punches inside, but no power on him. But Valine showed that. It's all about getting inside and cracking him up. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to even get there, Derek. Derek beating me to the punch. He said, yeah, because it says, yeah, Ryan Garcia announced that he's withdrawn from the July 9th fight with Fortuna. Yep. And I was going to pull that up and let y'all know. Yeah, Floyd fighting and won all the shine. He still want the shine. Yep. Yeah, I think Boots is about ready, Derek says. He said, I think Boots is about ready, though. Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, how are we going to feel? Now, we can't feel one way or another, really. To be honest, we can't feel one way or another about it. If we got to throw him in there. Berlanga, we got to throw him in there. Colbert, we got to throw him in there. Ennis, we got to throw him in there. I'm sorry. And the reason we got to throw him in there is because of how the boxing picture is right now. The boxing picture is messed up. We got all this stuff that's falling through. Okay, let me before Derek starts telling you guys everything. The Pacquiao fight it fell through now. So now we got the Pacquiao fight. Now we talking about Pacquiao. It's talking about so maybe he just wants his retirement. He wants Earl to beat him up. And so what is he gonna do? See what I mean? So what is he going to do? Because now he's talking about Earl Spence in the works. I don't trust Manny no more. I think mentally Manny, something wrong with Manny. Because he hasn't fought, since he beat Keith, he hasn't fought. No fights. He ain't got no fight. He has no fights. And talking about Terrence Crawford to me is not, his last fights, he's not fighting enough people. He's not fighting nobody that's tough enough. You can't be fighting cripples and quitters. Come on, get out of here. Kind of easy quit. Come on. And Brooke, come on. Brooke didn't quit. That's his third time quitting. Anytime you step up a little competition, he got to quit. Get out of here, man. Come on. That fight should have never happened. And your sister was already saying that he's way too small for you. He said, he's too small for my brother. So she even seen something. Yeah. Y'all said Hussein said that Floyd at 160 and Logan at 190 on Showtime. If it's on Showtime, I'll watch it. If it's paid, any kind of pay, I'm not watching it. Yeah. It's not for no welterweight title. It's just, if it's that big of a... Why are you fighting somebody with that big of a weight difference? But Floyd know that guy can't do shit. Yeah, if that's really the weights. And see, Derek makes another good point right there, too. Is that they would... the whole thing might have been a trick with the Manny. It might have just been a trick. Y'all trying to fool us, man. Y'all tricking us with the... Y'all throwing us like bones and shit. And knowing that we need meat. But we so hungry, we take the bone. Oh, yeah, Manny about to fight. And you can't get all excited. And guess what? We not getting nothing. But we need to get these fights, man. Get these damn fights in. Stop tricking the people, man. Tricking the shit out of us. This fooling us and stuff. Desperate housewives. The fans is like desperate housewives right now. To where they got us. So what you guys think about Loma fighting in June? Is this a real comeback? Is this a real comeback fight, or do you guys study the fight, or is it a real comeback fight, or is it bullshit? Is that a real comeback fight? Is that the fight that you come back with? I'm telling you right. So I'm asking you, is that the type of fight that you come back with after you get your ass whooped? So that's the question on that one. Yeah, and so now this pop up right here. This popped up on the side right here because I was looking at an article. So this pops up on the side. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna read you a quote from old Master Bob, and this is the quote. And so this is what makes me not like boxing and make me feel that a lot of trickery is gonna happen to us. You know, always got us holding on and shit, and we swinging in the wind. We just holding on. But see, this is Aram. So Aram says this. He said a Berlanga Canelo fight would be this generation's Pacquiao Mayweather. So he has his money in there somehow. You know what I mean? But why is he saying that? Why is Aram saying that? And we know he's been in there a long time. We know Aram been in there a long time, and so you can't undermine what he's saying. You know. And we also got we got Evander Holyfield coming up too, though. So don't forget the old school is gonna come back and fight. Yeah. It's always something, man. But Lomachenko, back to what I was saying. Is this what he's doing? Yeah. And guess what? And he's fighting they're fighting at 135 too. I guess 135. If you can hold 135, you might as well go and fight welterweights. This become welterweight champ and show everybody that you really are the business. That boy, his ass gonna end up sleeping. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what Aram said. That way down at the bottom, Derek Bailey. Yeah, Berlanga versus Canelo. Yeah. I'm saying that's what Aram says. That would be like the Pacquiao versus Mayweather. That's what Aram says. I'm just saying that Aram, every once in a while, I throw some quotes out for him because he always throwing something in the mix. But then again, everybody is in the mix right now. But you got a lot of people just saying that that Teofimo, that he refused a rematch. That, I don't know. If you're a dog, you're supposed to take that rematch. Yeah, I was just reading some comments. This is true. That somebody said that Nakatini sounds like a cocktail. So that's it. You guys didn't want to say nothing, so I'm gonna say it. So he does sound like a cocktail. Just because I was asking you, does this sound like a fight that he should be having? A Nakatini fight. Is somebody harder than that? Ask for Davis. There's got to be somebody up there. Ask for Davis, man. Show, hey, I couldn't beat you, but I'm gonna knock Davis out. Go up there, Lomachenko, little pig dwarf with the sausage arms. And which I said, you was going to get exposed. You got exposed again. There you go. Always on that exposure. You're always on that exposure list. You just like a roll of film out in the sun. You got exposed. Yeah, but we will not be advocating or talking about the Floyd Mayweather fights. Anytime he fight, we will not be really talking about him. We will talk about them for a second at the most, and that's it. Yeah, but that's how Bob is. I don't know. See, the thing about Bob, it seems like he will throw certain fighters. It depends. He'll throw certain fighters under the bus. Like, I got to get this money in. Go out there, Berlanga, and get that money. He will throw some in there so he can get the money, but some he would protect. To be honest, I don't think he's going to protect Lomachenko no more. Because Lomachenko, now he's suffering 2 losses. I don't think he's going to protect him no more. But to fight Nakatini, you fighting a cocktail. Sound like a girl's drink that a girl would drink. Oh, let me get a Nakatini and a little bit of extra cherry syrup with that or something. Mr. Nakatini, yeah. So that's what you need. That's what you need to fight. But you're right there. He said Berlinga's nowhere near ready for Canelo. Yeah. Everybody said, yeah, that should be an easy fight for Teo, a rematch with Loma. Yeah. But they're saying that Teo is refusing. One person reported that. look at y'all sir said what Loba fight the he said Tamagotchi. Is that what they call him? No, hibachi. I don't know what a Tamagotchi is. I don't know. A hibachi, yeah. Didn't they try erasing that first law? Yeah, they tried to. It's too late though. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that Bob might just throw his ass underneath the bus now, or just the Bob is not gonna care as much anymore. He just ain't gonna care as much. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that he's not gonna care that much. Yeah, and still talking about Deontay Wilder coming back fighting. I don't know. I don't know if Deontay Wilder is still a fighter. I'm not interested. I don't, because for me, he's not even a boxer no more, so I don't even know. He's just, I don't know what he does. He does something else, but he's not really a boxer right now. Manny Pacquiao is not really a boxer. Any fighter right now that's been out over a year for me is they're not really a boxer. They have to prove that they're a boxer again. You have to get back in the ring and have to say, okay, you're back. But all you guys that's been outside the ring, you're not fighters no more. So just know that you're not, in my estimation, you're not fighters. Yeah. Yeah. His first name is Masayoshi Nakatini. So he has a man name and then a girl name right following it. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I don't know to be Bob cashing Loma out. Yeah. Bob cashed him out. Yeah. Bob gonna cash his ass out is because, see, when you make Bob have to lie, well, he a liar anyway, but when you make him lie, he don't like that. No, nobody's making me lie. I'm my own liar. Yeah, you your own liar. But when somebody else makes him lie, he don't like that shit. You know what I mean? He don't like it. Now, you making me lie. Well, you're a liar. Oh, I am, but I don't want you to make me lie. Yeah, but to mention Berlanga versus Canelo, I don't know. And you think Derek Beatty would say his opinion is that he thinks Berlanga's too green? I don't know. It may end up being a good fight if Canelo get his ass down there. And everybody stop thinking that Canelo's huge or something. Canelo is shorter than Mayweather. He's fighting all these heavy weights and shit like that. How is he capable of doing it? Because he knows how to pick opponents. He's doing the same shit that Mayweather did. He's just picking up, but he's doing it in a worse style than Mayweather did. Because Mayweather did have some opposition when he was fighting. Canelo just going through people like Kovalev. Come on, a light heavyweight. Are you kidding me? Hey, put up somebody. Do me a favor. If you think at light heavyweight. What would now we watched? And some of you guys was in here. Okay. When we watched the Michael Moore fight, when we watched his championship fight, and how they was brawling, how they was just going how they was just throwing hands. Somebody put up a one if you think that Canelo would have beat Michael Moore at light heavyweight. Matter of fact, Michael Moore won. Matter of fact. If you think he would have beat Michael Spinks, that's two Michaels, put up a 1 or 2. If you think he would have beat Archie Moore, put up a 3. Any other number means hell to the no or thumbs down. How the hell did he beat somebody? He beat a so-called crusher, but I know ain't no way in the hell he would have beat none of those fighters. Not even Dwight Muhammad Qawi, Matthew Saad Muhammad, he wouldn't have beat. Bob Foster, he wouldn't have beat. It's just too many even old school fighters that you just would not have beat. And so I don't trust that whole shit when it comes to the Kovalev. Even the knockout to me looks suspect. And I'm sorry. If you're a Canelo fan, that shit just looks suspect to me. Taking all them punches in that and you went out. That's how you went out. You ain't never seen somebody put you out no one punch. Get out of here, man. I don't know. That's why I don't trust this boxing 100%. We 100% on it, but I'm not trusting 100%. And you best believe that shit. I mean, put that belief system in you, because I am not trusting them like that. Let me catch up with y'all. Yeah. Bob Caston, you're right. Y'all sir said a man of principle. Yeah, that's a man of principle. He said, yeah, but Canelo may be too slick for Berlanga. Yeah, he'll be too slick. He'll have to be slick. He tried to get away from all that power and shit. The problem is, and Yasser says that the problem is you can't win Canelo unless you knocking him the F out. He got the judges on lock. And that seemed like that's a good statement. I would see. And this is, if you just visited in here, yeah, Eagles Way of Boxing is not no conspiracy type of boxing. It's grown folks chat, and we're just talking about it in a grown way because we see what we see. And if it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, walk like a duck, fly like a duck, smell like a duck, it's probably a duck. More likely, that's a damn duck. But y'all sir put up a 0. He said, no, he couldn't mess with none of them fighters you just named. No. And these modern day fighters are supposed to be even better. Get out of here with that shit. I would think that if that was the case, if that was a fight, let's say for instance that I could see that as a fantasy fight, it wouldn't even be really a fantasy fight. Michael Moore, light heavyweight versus Canelo. What would the aftermath? Just think about what would it look like, Derek Bailey? The aftermath of that fight, what would it look like? Because Michael Moore just got stronger as the fight went on too. He's gonna get, and Canelo was gonna get cornered. There's no way around not getting cornered and shit. He's gonna get walked down the whole fight. No matter what kind of combinations he got off, he was gonna just get walked down like the whole fight. Short, accurate punches. Michael Moore didn't waste like loop and shit as a light heavyweight. This what would it look like, Derek? That's all I want to ask. And so we could just, so since everybody wants to, compare these, these fighters and stuff. I didn't find nothing right now. I was gonna show you guys something. Maybe we do Wednesday. Maybe I'll pull up something else. Yeah, I'll pull up something else. But that would have been the first time that you've seen what Derek Beatty just put up there. He said Moore would have destroyed Canelo. It would just be a complete demolishing of a fighter. He wouldn't even be no good no more. Because he'd try to pull that machismo shit and try to hang in the fight. He'd just get destroyed. Because Michael Moore, if you listen to some of his early interviews, all he talked about was what he wanted to do to you. Like, he wanted to, like, break your nose, send it through the back of your head and shit. That's the way he talked. He said that if he didn't get to do that to you, then it just wasn't satisfying. God dang. That's old school right there. That's the old school mentality. Yeah, I wanted his ancestor to know how bad how I hit him, how I hurt him. I want him hurt like, super, like real bad. I want him to not be able to walk after we fight, man. God dang. And we don't want to see that with the fighters, but we like to hear fighters say that because that put us at the edge of the seat. But also with Bob saying the Berlanga, even bringing up the Berlanga. So what is that doing for us, y'all, sir? Just because he even brought that up, what does that do? Let me see if somebody got like a good answer for that. What does that do to you? For even Bob Aaron bringing it up, what does it do? What does it do to you mentally? Does it signal anything? Yeah, he said Canelo has those stamina issues also. Yeah, he always fight. He looks like he's getting better. He don't stop like he usually stop around what, 5th or 6th. That's when he tried to stop and try to like get a breather. Like, oh shit. If somebody's not going nowhere, yeah, he always stopped. He did that shit against Mayweather. Mayweather just started throwing uppercuts at him and was fighting him at the outside. That shit was so funny. He looked like a little cat pawing with a rat. He was just hitting him with like this and then hit him with I'm like that one uppercut. It might not have been that hard, but it was nasty because Canelo's head did follow through with the uppercut. I mean, his head touched his back, the back of his neck. I look forward to that happening to him if he decides to fight Charlo. I want that to happen. Yeah, I want that type of thing to happen. We need. This was a good weekend for the fights. It was a good weekend. Right down there in Gill's area, the Berlanga and all those. Those are all good fights. Diaz and all that. All good fights, man. The Never Ready and all the good fights. I mean, we got, you guys got treated, to some good fights right now. But we need these our so-called top echelon guys to step the shit up. Yeah. As long as he don't get caught there, yeah, he said he got those powered pellets he taking now. Yeah, there's no, you just don't, you can't move up and down and weight and have power and stamina and all that. Your body's not made like that. You can't. You have to adjust. It takes more than just, you can get the weight down or the weight up, but for your body to acclimate, it takes time because you have to be at that weight for like, I'm saying months you have to be at that weight. You can't just be at that weight for a month or two. You have to be at that weight for 4 months, 5 months. You have to be at the weight. Now, I'm just saying. That's off my experience. I'm just going off my experience. Yeah, but that meat, though. That meat. That's all I'm going to say is that meat will set you free, Derek. That certain amount of meat. But I guess the guy left. The 8 count? Oh yeah, 8 count must have left. But yeah, so me and Derek Bailey, I guess 8 count don't have nothing else to say. But anyway, we're gonna agree with him. Tank can be the look. He's the look, but he could be the real actual face if Mayweather would stop doing his bullshit. But you see, we caught Mayweather's ass, right, Derek? We caught him. We caught his ass over in England. He had a fighter over here. Matter of fact, I think he had maybe 2 fighters over here that was fighting while his ass is sitting over there. He promoting, but he's sitting over there in England with Anthony Joshua. And one of his fighters lost. Mm-hmm. Which one of his fighters lost? I think, was it Lopez that lost? One of his fighters lost. Was it Lopez or was it Rocky? Which one lost, y'all? Do y'all remember? I can't remember. Was it Lopez or was it Rocky? Yeah, because one of them definitely lost. Yep. Got beat up. Didn't get beat up bad, but got beat up pretty bad. It's like none of his power wasn't working, none of that shit. Yeah. But we talked about that. I just it slips my mind because I let it go. You know what I mean? I don't try to memorize everything that we talk about. I just some things is really important, and I'm not going to forget because I remember if I talk about certain stuff and I let you guys know. I say, yeah, we talked about that already. We'll think about it. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bay said, especially when you have never had stamina. Yeah, all of a sudden now you got stamina. Yeah, with the Mayweather fight. Remember Mayweather was gone or something? His ass, he was not there, man, in that arena. When his fighter lost, I think it was like a month or two ago, one of his fighters lost. And I'm thinking it was Lopez. It was one out of either New Mexico or Arizona, somewhere around there. I'm seeing that area. Yeah, one of his fighters lost. He wasn't nowhere around. Yeah. Both so that means 2 of them lost. Yeah, so that's what it was. Rock. So the Rock lost. Rolly the Rock. That Rolly Rock supposed to be such a heavy puncher. Yeah, he was getting beat up, and they still end up giving him the decision. But then the other one actually did lose. I think they was on the same card. And yeah, that's when Floyd had his ass overseas. Yeah, Rolly. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was Lopez though. I know what he looks like. He usually wears like his hair's tapered on the side, and it's kind of curly on the top. I think it's Lopez though. I'm not 100%, but I know his look though. If I see him, I say, yeah, that's the fighter right there. I know his look. I'm better with his looks than I am knowing their names sometimes. I can say it. Okay, that's his look. But yeah, Raleigh got gifted. Yeah, the Rock. They said that he hit harder than Tank. Yeah. Oh, that's true too, though. He said Raleigh don't know how to get past the jab. Yeah, Raleigh. Yeah, he don't know how to get past the jab. I'm like, damn. That's all you need to whoop his ass is a good jab. Yeah, and jabs. And see, jabs are so important because not using a jab made Tank Davis's championship fight easier for him. And that was because of Pedraza. That made it easier for him to get that championship fight, to get that strap. And Pedraza had a lot of good moments in it. He won some rounds, and he actually was, he was putting on a show, but he wasn't working that stick. He had the height. He didn't have to close, he didn't have to close the gap up with Tank and take so many big shots, especially when Tank hits very hard for his size, and you taking clean shots, and he's unpredictable because you never know. Tank will hit your ass with a left uppercut, a right uppercut, left hooks, right hooks, jabs. He will hit your ass hard no matter where he hits you. And he will hit you in the body. He will hit you in that slow. So that's the punch that took out Bananas, was the solar plexus. That jab. Caught him right there where you can't. If you get hit there, once your air is gone and you get hit there, what happened? That freezes up the diaphragm. And you're not, and your diaphragm doesn't allow to pull the air in, to let those lungs open up. Yeah. Yeah. Derek Brady said, yeah, there's a lot of videos with Derek, I said Derek Brady, with Haney beating the brakes off him sparring. See? So we're not going to put him in our top list, or we're not going to put him in our list. So he's not in our list for the KO artists right now. So right now, Tank Davis is, I'll put Tank Davis on top. And I'm going to have to put Ennis in there somewhere. And I don't like to do this to Ennis. I don't want to say that Ennis, he belongs there, but I don't know if I'm really scared for Ennis. I'm just unsure for Ennis, because we got to look at it like this. So if Ennis, so soon as Ennis gets a top 4, soon as he gets a top 4, now he's not going to be able to drop down now if he gets the top 4. So if he gets Sean, we'll write Sean off. Sean probably don't want to fight him. So if he fights Danny Garcia, then he's going to have to fight. He's going to have to fight Earl. He's going to have to fight Bud. He's going to have to fight, and he's going to have to fight all those guys up there. I don't know what he's built like to fight that many of those type of guys, if you know what I mean. I don't know what he's built like to fight that many of them, because when you prepare yourself from, I'm not going to say obscurity because he's not there. He's actually at a point, he's at a good point. He's at a point where he's actually, pretty famous. So I'm not going to throw him down that low. But once you get there, in order to not disappoint the people, you're going to have to stay up there and fight the fighters. But I'll caution all you guys is that I'm going to tell you what, I'm at a place where I'm not trusting the fighters. And not just the fighters themselves. I don't trust I'm going to talk about boxing, but I don't trust the boxing game right now. I really don't. I never had 100% trust, but now they kind of, my trust is slipping. Especially when you got Bob Arum coming out of the corner saying stuff. It's like, why are you saying that? And why are you blowing up a fight like that? Because he's been involved with some huge fights. And so why would either he's just losing his damn mind, or it's some kind of money ploy, it's something. Whatever it is, I'm going to put it this way. For me, it's not legit. Whatever it is, it's not legit. So even if they did fight, if he came down, I'm going to fight Berlanga, it's not legit. It's something, there's something in there. I'm just saying, there's something in there. Derek Brady said they should let Boots clean the division and force a title shot. No, but he has to step up now, though, Derek. That's the whole thing. He has to step up. He has to come up now. He can't. He's at the point where people are saying that, he got to do this. Yeah, okay, well, he got to do it now. Excuse me. I just seen something off. Let's use my little spray because I seen some dust. Sorry about the noise, y'all. But yeah. I see this. There's some kind of. Should I use my term snakery? There's something involved with that. And I don't want to throw this out there too early, but I see something in this too. I see something in there. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But at least you can note it on this day that I told y'all in April. I'm not gonna bring out too much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Derek Bates said Jamal James, said Ray Robinson, Thurman. He threw Thurman out there, yeah. Thurman. Let him go go to Thurman. Go beat up Thurman, and now you got a place up top. Now you top 3 welterweight. You in the top 3 now. Once you beat Thurman up. I know Gil ain't in here. Gil wouldn't like to hear somebody beating up Thurman. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't show up. I think he got ego. Oh, body ego. No, son. Ego's not easy like that. Derek, you should know. You've been around me long enough. You know, getting down where I'm not easy. You ain't gonna just bother me like that. It's too. Because I play the game. I talk fast, but I play the game slow. You know what I mean? I can sit here and be talking fast, but I'm actually playing slow though. It's like you don't understand everything that I'm putting out there. You're not gonna get it. Because you're going to be so close to thinking that you got the W, and you're going to cash in your chips too early, just to find out that you set yourself up, because the whole world structure is not what we think it is. Because even then, if I talk too much about that, then you'll be confused, because you think that the governments control the countries, and what you got to look past that. Because first of all, who the hell is the government? You're the government. Because if you didn't have people out of your household that work for the government, there would be no government. You're the government because you're the taxpayer. You're the government. And you ain't controlling nothing, so how are they controlling it? Is it really the government? And I'll leave it right there. If you think it's the government. Like, oh yeah, the government, this and that. Yeah, okay. If that's what you got. There you go, Derek. See now, and you see it the way that I see it, because Thurman is an ex-champ. The same thing with Manny. You got these ex-champions. Yeah, now y'all got to fight somebody. And regardless of what you guys think or whatever you feel about Keith, Keith has to do something. Keith has to fight. You got to fight, Keith. Get your ass in there and fight. Get your ass back in there and fight. Stop trolling. Stop sitting around talking about what other fighters do or what you're going to do. Stop trying to so-called, I don't even know if it's true or not, but stop blocking fights or whatever you're doing. Stop that shit. Because if you blocking fights, you're messing everything up. Don't be blocking fights. Just get your ass in there and fight. We need you back in there to fight to show what you got. Because now but he has to fight to kill all the names. That's what he has to fight for. He has to kill all these damn names. Like he has to kill the names like the sometimes. He has to be the one that kills all that. Right? Because you can't even talk. Think about it. When you become an ex-champ like that and you're not fighting for a championship again, because the Ali's and stuff used to get the repeats. Now we got to re-up this shit. But you're not getting a re-up or nothing like that. And then other champs see that. They's talking about you. And that's what you're not understanding. They're talking about you. And none of them they're not listening to you like you might think they should. Or they would. You know, they're not caring about you as much. Because you're not a champ. Oh yeah, and this one, I wanted to talk about this too. I wanted to throw this one out there because I gave Harrison a hard time. So he comes back, and you guys didn't say nothing because I didn't think about it. He comes back, he fights, but he ends up getting a split draw. So what do you feel? And really, so you got to think about this. So what do you feel about that? Do you feel, because everybody was talking about Andre. Everybody's talking about him. So no, everybody just left super bad, left him out of the conversation. So I'm just thinking. So what do you think? What do you feel? Is it okay? Does he just need another fight, or is it more or less? He has to fight for just money now. Is he? Can he really fight? Like, can he fight Charlo for a trilogy? That's what I'm asking. Can he? Is he out the picture, or can he fight Charlo again? And Charlo, in the meantime, is fighting people. We just like, yeah, nobody knows. Like, oh, said, yeah. But I see what you got there, though. Derek said Thurman said he'd fight him. Get your ass in there and fight. Wait, let's see it. That's the only thing. If you're not getting what this show is about, this show is grown folks chat in boxing, but it's about let's see it. Let's see what's going on. You know what I mean? Let's see what the hell's going on, because you're talking about it. Let's be about it. So if you saying that you're going to fight, then get your ass in there and fight. Hey, Derek, we'll bring back the old rules and stuff like the, yeah, I got that. I got my one computer running. I got to see if I got some of the stuff on there that I used to have on there. It might not even be on there. But anyway, if I can find it, and I'll look it up too. And we go back to the 1800s or whatever, 1800s or something. We go back to when you was fighting in your corner, or your seconds wasn't caring about nothing. Your seconds was like, get your ass out there and fight. There is no way, ain't nobody looking out for your health. Wasn't no towel. If one of them threw a towel, somebody might have to die that night. If somebody threw a towel, because they was all about that bread. But get your ass in there. So we might have to go back to the old school where we got 3 people that, somebody runs in the ring, cover up the ref's eyes or whatever, and throw your ass back in the ring if you get knocked out on the floor or whatever, or just getting your ass up in there. Because you know how the trainers would do, like the trainers would try to get time. No, I was actually watching the replay of the Davis fight when he fought Pedraza. So I was actually watching, and I think it was round 6 when they did that shit. When it was actually the doctor that was giving him instructions to go back, forward, and side to side, and all that, and they were sticking. But usually that's the corners. The corner strategy is to do shit like that, to slow the fight down. Like, oh, you getting your ass whooped, but we need you to go out in there and headbutt and do some dirty shit or whatever. In the meantime, let's distract the ref and have him call time. Let's get some more time for you. We've seen fights where stuff like that happens, but we need, but maybe we need that to get like a great fight. We need that so we can get the knockout, or we get this, or we can get some rounds out of a fight. If a fighter's going to get knocked out in 3, then maybe we need that timeout so he can get knocked out in 6, so that we get to watch more. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Thurman said he fight me. Okay, yeah. Derek Bay said it looked like he was going to stop the guy early, but then maybe he misses his father. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. Might be reading too much into it, but he got to get some wins though. But the question is a trilogy? Is that something that is that going to happen? Can that happen, or is it just he just has to fight for, just to get his money and, prestige back up, get some wins and just fight for money? Is a Charlo fight worth it? I mean, Charlo's a damn killer. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like him, but he's a killer, man. I'm sorry. Charlo's a damn killer. Yeah, yeah. Derek Brady said that's true. He said he'll push your ass out the corner. Yeah, get your ass up out of the corner with you. He good, Doc. He can go. That's right. While the doc is checking the fighter out. Yeah, but they aren't like that anymore. You right. That's exactly what they. Hey, and Derek Bailey get what I'm saying. Because that's exactly what they be doing. He good, ref. Shit, he got he got 3 more rounds in him. Ain't but 3 more rounds. Ain't but 3 more rounds. He got this. Let him go. As a matter of fact, in a recent fight within the last year, they did do that with a fighter. Matter of fact, that was in the last Benavidez fight. They was trying to do that, but the fight they actually did the opposite. But he actually said, and so I'll start. He said that he doesn't really hit that hard. And so what I did is I went back and looked at some of his other fights, some of the stoppages in some of his fights, and I think he might have a point there. There's no way he can hit that hard because he's not planting himself. He's up on his toes. He's hitting fighters with so many shots. They're just like, well, I can't match his timing and speed, but that don't always work on everybody. You could be hitting people. Ali was like that with Frazier, and Frazier was still like, Ali was faster and could hit hard. He's not hitting like David Benavidez. Ali could actually hit hard, and he did sit down on his punches sometimes. He did hurt Frazier, but most time he was just trying to box and then you can't hit Frazier soft. Or you can't just hit Frazier. You can't just shoot. Frazier will shake all that shit off and just come back, and left hook action is coming. But I see you down at the bottom. Derek Brady said no trilogy right now. Yeah, but no trilogy. But I'm just saying, should he be looking hopeful to get a trilogy? Should he be graced up with a trilogy? I'm just trying to get the trilogy answer. Should he be graced by Charlo for a trilogy, or that's just not gonna happen? What's his place in boxing? What's his place? What is his place in boxing? Does he have a future to become a champ? See, I gotta pick and probe and shit. A lot of stuff on the table though. A lot of intriguing stuff, a lot of kind of interesting stuff, and a lot of interesting stuff. And then we got the Holyfield. I hope Holyfield just puts on a show to show these fighters, hey, this is how you fight. And I'm 50 or whatever he might be, and just show you this is how you do it. Yeah, Tyson showing them how they do it. Sometimes older fighters got to come back just to show you how it's done. Remember, even Joe Frazier came back and fought to a draw, and that was late in the career. When was that? I think that was in like the 89 or something. That was in like 89. Frazier came back and fought to a draw. So, but it is what it is. We have to see it. And I think Lopez, maybe it is what somebody's saying. Maybe Lopez does have a suspect. Maybe his chin is a little suspect. Because if your chin is suspect, and I can see why you might not want repeats or anything else. Or you might not want you don't want somebody who can crack. Yeah, because I remember it was a couple, what was it? It wasn't that before the fight, a lot of things had surfaced. I think languages had surfaced that Teal was knocked down. That wasn't too long before the fight, I believe, that we was getting those type of things. But like I said, it's always something that we get. And so if we're not there, what do we do? Do we take it as that's a fact, or we just take it as, speculation, rumor? How do we take it? Because something we have to take, and we have to produce some type of opinion on it. You know what I mean? So we still going to have an opinion on all this stuff that happens. We're going to have to have some kind of an opinion. Yeah, okay. So Derek said, he said, I just watched Frazier versus Ellis again. He said Ellis couldn't keep Frazier off from after the first round. Yeah, Frazier just like, I don't care. He said, you got a little bit of punches, you just ain't enough. Oh, okay. He said after Mel, yeah, Mel retire or something. He said after Mel leave the division, he can get a belt. It might be hard because you got these hungry lions moving up. At least they talk. Aren't they talking too much though, Derek? The Danny Garcias and the Bud Crawford, aren't they talking too much? Everybody's talking about that they joined in 154. I don't see nobody up there. If you up there, then Charlo got somebody to fight. Nobody's saying nothing. Okay, Derek Bay said Loma might start fighting earlier in the rematch. Yeah, he would have to fight earlier. He didn't do shit. This laid around until the late rounds. I don't know. He was trying to tire him out of or what that shit, whatever that was. I mean, when do you find out? When did you actually find out that your shit's backfiring? Huh? When do you find out that your shit is backfiring? But these fighters, Derek say they're way too much. Yeah, these fighters here. But these fighters, man, hey, what are y'all doing? Y'all, we're about that 154. Okay, well, if you're about that 154, then Charlo got people to fight then that's coming up. He done already fought all the people he need to fight at 154 besides the champ to get that last strap. So bring your ass on up there. Y'all just waiting. I think all I'm waiting for Charlo to leave 154 or just retire or do something else. Everybody talk that shit like they want Charlo. A lot of people, you don't want Charlo like you think you want to. Because against Charlo, you have to stay perfect, even if he does have one punch knockout power, but you don't have to worry about that. But you got to worry about like actually getting cracked. Like you are going to get cracked at some point during that fight. You are going to take some power. You are going to take something. So just put your mouthpiece in good. What else y'all said? When y'all was talking so bad about White, yeah, got the mouthpiece in good. Didn't fall. Walking across the ring. Trunks was on. Gloves was on. You're going to get hit. So just be ready for that part of it. When you get your ass up there, Danny, if you really going to go up there, just be ready to get hit. Crawford, if you go up there, just be ready to get hit. Just get ready to taste a different kind of power. Yeah, Mel done cleaned the damn division up. Ain't nothing but scraps left up there, but they all fight. They all fight hard. That's the whole thing about it, Derek, is they all fight hard. So you bring your ass up there acting like it's a cakewalk, like, oh, let me go up here to 154, I'm clean. Let me give me a couple of straps up here. It's not happening like that. You coming up from 147 to 140, it's just not going to go well for you. That's in my estimation, it just ain't going to go well for you. But Teal, I don't know, Derek, Teal seemed like ever since the win, he's been suspect. Same thing with you, and don't think that I'm letting you off the hook for as Garcia. I'm not letting you off the hook either. And I'm talking about Ryan. You don't get off the hook either. Nope. You're not off the hook. You're on the hook with everybody else. All the other fresh meats, you're on the hook with them. Yeah. You're on the hook with all the rest of the fresh meat. Because guess what? You have to get in there and get some shit done too. All of you. All of you got to get it done, man. You guys aren't getting stuff done like we need y'all to get it done. All we're hearing is everybody done turned into a commentator or a talker. All y'all doing is talking, man. And you're gonna watch boxing disappear from you because you got people outside of boxing. They're the headliners now. You guys aren't even headliners. We're trying to get a pay-per-view. No, you shouldn't. That's where you made your biggest mistake. Because you see, the YouTube stars are getting the pay-per-view. What you should have did is you should have became like a star attraction on Fox, a star attraction on Showtime. Become a star attraction first, then get your pay-per-views. Because you're not a YouTube star or nothing like that. You might have a lot of followers or something like that, but they're not gonna put you on. You know, it's all them fans people got, and they not putting them on. They not. You just ain't gonna get put on. I'm sorry. Yeah, see, they just talking though, Derek. See, he said that supporter said anybody can get a belt at 154. Well, get your ass up there then, Porter. They see, you know what it is, Derek? They see that shark up there. They know it's dangerous as hell at 154. It's dangerous up there. That division ain't no joke up there. That's a dangerous ass division. You try to move around bigger guys, they just as fast as you are. They can punch too. That's a dangerous division. I just want to see who's the first fighter to fight at 154. And I know Porter can hold a lot. He can hold weight, so he can fight at 154. He can hold a lot of weight. Earl Spence can. Earl Spence fought at he fought at 152 before he acclimated into the 147. So Earl can hold some weight, and he was a lot younger then too though. So I don't know how long Earl really wants to make 147. And then so if you don't get a strap there before Mel get out of there and then Earl's there, now you got to face the same person again. Now you facing Earl again, like, oh shit, I got to face Earl again. It's gonna be a worse beatdown. Yeah, but y'all need to stop all this shit, man. And Nakatini, I'm going with Nakatini. Derek, I'm going with Nakatini. No, I don't like you, Loma. I don't like you. You're gonna win, but I'm going with Nakatini, even though you're gonna win. Lopez, stop being so suspect. You're really suspect right now. You're really, really suspect. A lot of your moves, Garcia, really, you guys are really suspect right now. You guys are suspect. And big shout out to Tank Davis. Go ahead and get that done, Tank. Have somebody speak for you if you can't speak to Mayweather. You need 3 or 4 fights a year right now. Every 3 or 4 months you have to fight to get your status way up there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got that right, Derek. Derek said if Porter said he won't fight Boots, I know damn well he won't don't want it with Mel. No, hell, he don't want that with Mel. Because he know all that maneuvering, all that same kind of like tricky movement is going to get him caught. Because the difference with those Charlos is those Charlos, they run you into mistakes. Like they'll run you into a mistake. Like they'll make you make a mistake that you don't even know you made. Like you make a mistake. If you don't believe that, ask Lubin about Maul. Make you think you seeing something. They'll show you something, and you be like, "Oh, you'll never hit me with that." And then boom, all of a sudden you get hit with it. A counter right uppercut or something. Come on, a counter right uppercut. You're gonna get hit with stuff that you don't expect. But if you welterweight's gonna get up to 154 and you're gonna talk, then get up to 154. Let's not just have let's not let it just be a conversation. But shout out to Tank, man. So Tank, you showed that you was a good. You are that knockout artist, regardless of what everybody say. So right now, what they say, the word they use, kudos. So kudos to you, man. You are that knockout artist. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what the rest of y'all do, man. Because that's all we can do is just wait and see how it go. And matter of fact, I'm actually tired. Yeah. And you got people, and like I said, that's why I don't like to report all this stuff there. How everybody, they report that, who Manny fighting and who this fighter fighting and stuff. I don't like to report it. I see it, but I'll bring it up. I'll ask you guys if you've seen it, but I'm not going to make no whole damn show about it. How many fights done fell through in the last 4 months? Constantly, man. We constantly do. We'll get back over here on Wednesday, man. We'll bring it back out. Maybe some of the air be clean by then. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see if the air is clean there. We'll see if the grass is greener on their side. Or did we use the best fertilizer? Whatever it is. But shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout goes out to all y'all that mess with me. This is another Monday, man. Y'all know what it is. Nothing but blessings. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.